We can be curious about existing forms of life but still do not know much about ourselves. These are 20 facts about humans you might have never heard of. 1. Some stars in the universe are cold enough to be touched by humans. When you think about stars, you think about burning gas. Not all the stars are so intense hot as the sun. Thus, NASA has discovered certain astral bodies that are terribly cold for humans. In 2010, NASA discovered 14 brown dwarfs, which were 14 of the coldest stars it had ever found. Then in 2011, it found some that were even cooler. NASA calls these 6 stars white dwarfs. These white dwarfs are even cooler than the human body. Scientists designate these cool orbs failed stars because they cannot fuse atoms at their core like regular stars. They also gradually fade until their light is no longer visible to the human eye. Finding them required invention of a special telescope, the one they attached to a satellite. 2. Crying literally alleviates stress and uniquely allows humans to decrease feelings of anger and sadness. So do not hide your emotions and let tears appear on your face when you feel too sad or too happy. 3. All humans are actually susceptible to the illusion of truth effect, which means the more we hear something, the more we believe it's true. When you hear the same thing from different people again and again, you start believing what they say is true even if it seemed to be nonsense. 4. Humans and apes have 96% of the same DNA. We aren't so different after all. We have more in common than you thought. 5. Humans are biologically wired to become attached to what's familiar, which is why we hold on to things even if they're bad for us. It explains the nature of your addictions and the bad habits you cannot get rid of. 6. If humans were capable of hearing frequencies lower than 20 Hz, we would hear our muscles moving. Probably in the end of a working day most of us would hear moans and groans of our muscles and bones. 7. Forgiveness is the #1 trait linked to happiness in humans. It's time to give another chance to those who have hurt you but still love you and feel sorry. Look around. All happy people are surrounded by families and friends. 8. Humans have a tendency to find meaningful patterns in meaningless data. We tend to see gold in a pile of garbage and things often seem to be much bigger than they really are. 9. Humans are not able to taste pure water, even though pure water does have a taste. Well, we hope you didn't think that tap water at home is pure, did you? 10. Humans get less sleep, and less deep sleep, around the full moon, even if they sleep in a windowless room. What you thought to be a folklore is actually true. Our sleep depends on the moon. Around the full moon humans get less shut-eye and their slumber is not as deep, even if sleep is restricted to windowless rooms free of environmental and time-based cues such as those found in a sleep lab. 11. Humans kill people who kill people, just to show them that killing people is wrong. Will humans ever find another way to prove that killing others is terribly wrong? 12. Humans are capable of and have the gene for hibernation. It's just not active. It must be cool to sleep long in the worst days of our life to wake up full of energy and new ideas we saw in dreams. 13. Humans share 50% of their DNA with bananas. We hope it won't prevent you from enjoying your banana breakfast next time. 14. As time goes by, humans are becoming less and less empathetic. Today, we care about others 40% less than people in the 1980s did. This is also why we have such a big gap between generations. Our moms and dads often tell us we are too selfish. 15. Humans are the best long-distance runners on the planet, able to beat horses and everything else in marathon distance races. It's hard to believe but it's true, no other living creatures can compare with humans in running marathons, even those which are much stronger than us. 16. Torbernite is a real mineral that acts like kryptonite for humans. The closer you are, the weaker you become. This mineral would become a powerful weapon in the hands of a person craving for revenge. 17. Humans are believed to experience about 70,000 thoughts a day. Do blonde girls also count? 18. Humans didn't start recording history until about 6,000 years ago. This means that around 97% of human history is gone. We know only 3% of our history. The rest seems to be lost forever. 19. Humans are 1 centimeter shorter in the evening than in the morning. After our usual daily activities, the cartilage in our knees and other body areas tend to compress a bit, but when we sleep and rest they go back to normal. 20. Humans, on average, spend 2 years of their life making love. But actually nobody would refuse to spend in love even thrice more.